Week 1 matchup between the Raiders and the Chargers just ended. And man, I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty excited. I'm juiced up for this season because honestly, the Chargers have been together for a year, and the Raiders are just starting out with the new regime, a lot of new moving parts. I really want to jump into it and give my opinion and be really optimistic because I know a lot of people are going to be out there pretty negative because we lost that first game. But when you think about it, we're still in the fight. It still came down to the wire. So I want to give my opinion, y'all. If y'all can, make sure to make a play, hit that like button, and we're going to jump into it right now. So right out the gate, I just want to talk about how I actually think the offense is the biggest concern. You think about that offensive line and how we had multiple people rotating. I seen a tweet and it was talking about how Dylan Parham came into the right guard. You got Thayer Munford coming in at right tackle, and people will continue to rotate. You seen Lester Cotton out there, and I didn't think that was something we are going to see throughout the entire season, but maybe just in this week 1, maybe even next week, we're going to continue to see that because I don't know if we have the definite answer on the offensive line, and it's evident. I mean, Josh McDaniels got those guys rotating like they wide receivers. And speaking of wide receivers, Davante Adams is the truth. Let's be honest, that dude is the truth. He's out there making people look silly. And Derek Carr has the weapon he needs. And I was hoping to see that connection, especially in the end zone. Like, I know people were talking about Matt Collins is a big guy and he's going to be a red zone threat. We even have Darren Waller. There's no excuses. There's been no excuses for Derek Carr this entire offseason because he's got the best weapon he could even ask for. Then you want to talk about the coach you asked for. If you're going to sit there and have a turnover, you got a good coach. Let's be honest. It's not like Josh McDaniels was the bottom of the barrel and coach is available this offseason. We went out and got a guy that everybody was really aiming at. That was a predecessor to Bill Belichick himself, and helped him lead to a bunch of Super Bowls. So the offensive line may be that one excuse, but even then, I'm not trying to hear that because Joe Burrow's been behind a terrible offensive line, and we just seen him last year be able to make strides with the guy he had a connection with in college with Jamar Chase and other weapons, which we have in Renfro, Waller, and then even Jacobs as a running back. So I don't think Carr has any excuses, especially when the defense stops the Chargers offense multiple times. I mean, let's be honest. There was probably 4 times, I want to say, at the end of the game that the defense stopped the Chargers, giving the Raiders opportunities to go out there and score, yet Carr threw an interception a couple of times and wasn't able to convert. So the defense really played very well. Max Crosby is everything we already knew he was, if not better, because he really went out there and showed that he could help in the run game a lot more when people tried to bag on him last year about that. And even talking about Max Crosby's relentless efforts and how he's able to still get after it, he wasn't able to record multiple sacks or anything. Like on the other side of the ball, they had 6 sacks, I believe. If you can talk about Chandler Jones, he wasn't really existent. So that was kind of concerning, the fact that both of those guys on either side weren't able to do anything. Now, is that due to the defensive tackles not being able to fill up more gaps or able to beat their guy and then cause the pressure up the middle when the edges become collapsed? Now, let me know in the comments what you guys think about the defensive tackles, and do we need more pressure in the middle to help the edges get there? Or was it just the Chargers offensive line is that good? Because they do have a good offensive line. Now, the linebackers played decent, but at the same time, they didn't get really attacked too much to where you could criticize them in the coverage, in my opinion. You think about Teamer getting beat and Everett scoring that touchdown. He's a safety, and actually he came in because I believe Miraga was hurt. Miraga's questionable, so that's somebody that we have to keep an eye on. And then Everett ended up going out, and he was out for the game. And also DJ Turner, he was on the offense side of the ball. So we did have some injuries later in the game, and some DBs did come out. But at the end of the day, the defense did play pretty well to hold them to 24 points and give the ball back to the offense to get an opportunity to score, to win the game ultimately, and we just didn't convert. We weren't getting it done. And I feel like the offense should be the last thing we're worried about, honestly. I know people are concerned about the offensive line, and it is a concern, but at the end of the day, we still have to produce. I think today, Derek Carr was the ultimatum. He was the one that went out there and threw 3 interceptions, turned the ball over, and missed a couple of touchdowns. You think about the pass to Waller, he missed that. He missed the pass to Adams, and he was open. I don't care what anybody says. Adams came from Green Bay playing with Rodgers. He was dropping them in the bucket. And on this one, it was behind Adams. Derek Carr threw it too short, and it could have led him into the end zone, and that could have been another touchdown. So I think Carr has to go back and definitely reevaluate how he's throwing this ball. He needs to start throwing it a little bit more to lead his guy, especially when he threw it to Waller and Tranquil got the interception as well. Like, dude, you have to lead your receiver. You have to give them a chance. And I don't know if that's because they didn't get the reps while it was out, but even then, he threw it to Adams, and they've been together for a minute. Maybe they should have played in the preseason, but maybe not. At the end of the day, I think the team is going to be able to turn it around. I don't think it's time to hit the panic button. I'm not really tripping that much. I'm just super excited because I think we still fought. We showed a lot of fight. We still have that grit from last year, and we are a better team. You have to think we have a lot of moving pieces, like I said at the beginning of this. The offensive line is still a shuffling board, learning a new system, new coaches, a lot of new faces around, new defense. So there's going to be some adjustments to be made, and we've seen it in the second half. So I'm going to be optimistic about the rest of the season. I'm excited, but seeing the Chiefs go out there and obliterate the Cardinals, putting up 44 points, and then we've yet to see what the Broncos can do, but they're going to go play Seattle. So it's going to be very challenging, and I hope to see us continue to trend upward, even though today we lost. It was only by a few points. We were still in the fight, y'all. I wouldn't give up hope yet. I would definitely want to continue being optimistic. So let me know what you guys think about this game. Heck of a fight in our guys, but at the same time, Derek Carr has to step it up and show consistency, because 3 interceptions is going to kill us. I mean, even if they were only field goals, I'd rather have that than have those picks. And then the fumbling. Oh, my goodness. I didn't even mention that. Damn. Derek Carr, bro. That's too many freaking turnovers, bro. I forgot all about the fumbles, too. And I mentioned that was one of the issues that I had with them in my last video, but I didn't want to make this too long or a rant. But, man, it comes down to Derek Carr, bro. Like, if we have a quarterback that can go out there and just lead our guys when it comes to passing the football, we would be in a lot different situation. I think Carr just needs to go back and to reassess that and come out next week stronger, because we have a few games these first 4 weeks that we have to at least win 2 of these first 4. We have to, because they're divisional. So we have to figure it out. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this first week. If y'all heard anything in the background, it's probably my kids jumping around or whatever. They were in there watching the game. So let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to hit that like button, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Until next time, rate the tape.